Hello, my name is Tyra Key, and today we're going to go over media and technology for learning. So let's get started. So, within this presentation, we're going to talk about pathological differences, the five major approaches to these differences, analyzing technology and media programs, working into the section frameworks, an example of how I use section frameworks within my current day job, and then the key takeaways throughout this presentation. So, we are going to first touch on the pathological differences. And within these differences, there's three core elements, which is content, content structure, and skill. And within those are five major approaches, which are constructivist, collaborative, integrative, reflective, and inquiry-based learning. Also, while touching on that, the pathological affordances go through text, audio, video, computing and digital learning, social media, and emerging technologies. And within these, text obviously would be what you see on the screen, the words you see on the screen. The audio would be the audio that is using and what you are using. Video is not just still images, it's of course moving images, in computing and digital learning, making sure everything is digital. Social media would be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. And then emerging technologies such as VR, AI, and all of those kind of technologies. So, with that, we're going to go into two of the technology things that I actually use in my day job. We are going to touch on one that is video based and one that is social media based. And through that, we're going to kind of take and analyze it between the learning theory, the technology affordances, and the instructional benefits of each of these things. So first, we're going to touch on Vimeo. Vimeo is a video-based platform, and it's a video sharing platform that includes features such as live streaming and customization. And so basically, you can either upload your own videos to Vimeo, or you can download videos on Vimeo, and you can host live streams. You can host Q&A sessions. And so I use it to really upload videos and share them out to our district. And within that learning theory, it is an objectivist learning theory, and with that, it's teacher focused. So the learning process is controlled by the teacher, and it also means that the strategies, such as instructional strategies, are well defined and selected according to the domain and type of learning and goals and objectives. And how I use it is my goal is to reach as many people as I can. And so on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, I can only put a certain, I can only take the video and it can only be a certain amount of minutes. So, like under 2 minutes to be shared. I can put my video on Vimeo and it can be up to 10, 20, 30 minutes. And it's easier to download and it's way easier than YouTube and it's easier to access. Within Vimeo, we're using audio because, of course, we have the background music, we have the talking and the texting. It is video based and you have text on the screen, so it does let you download a transcript and it does let you have the captions on the video. Within that, the technology affordances, it is a website or app, so you can use it through your phone or you can use it on a computer, so it makes it really easy. It has live stream capabilities, so I can host a class through Vimeo, and I can also have the extension on my browser, so I can actually be recording from Vimeo right now, and recording my screen to upload for later. And it's also cloud-based sharing and downloading. So you save it to the cloud. Cloud can go anywhere. Easy to download, easy to share. And with that, my instructional benefits of the Vimeo is really it has time coded notes. So I can get a transcript of the video and it does it by itself. And I can say at 4 minutes and 30 seconds, the student can go to that, and that's where you'll find the answer for whatever question we're looking for. It also has a video library, so you can actually pre-record all of your instructions and put it in a library or like a playlist, and students can go back and look at that. And then you can also host meetings, events, and webinars through Vimeo itself. So next, we're going to talk on social media that I really use daily, and that's Twitter. And Twitter is a service for friends, families, and coworkers to communicate and stay connected through the exchange of quick and frequent messages. And the learning theory I think that would best suit Twitter would be constructivist. And in the constructivist, it is really student centered. And that is the belief that learners create their own understanding of the world around them. And this understanding is based on experience through their everyday lives as they grow. And that's really what Twitter hones on is like you can tweet anything really, but you can also learn from different perspectives of people. Twitter is really collaborative, so you can really it kind of allows for learners to create an environment where people can interact with each other by sharing experiences and knowledges. So everybody can share their own experience and their own knowledge. It uses audio, it uses video, it uses text, and it is a social media. So the technology affordances of Twitter is really it's a website or an app, so you can use it on your desktop, you can use it on your browser, you can use it on your phone. It provides digital citizenship where you're really honing in on each section. And then it's also like a micro blogging portal. So you can use it as a blog, you can use it not as a blog. Um, but instructional use, you can definitely use it in each one. Instructional benefits is it connects with your audience in personal and impersonal ways, and it makes it meaningful. So we could have a class Twitter, and we can do Twitter chats, and we can do live Twitter chats, and that as a whole makes the connection a little bit more meaningful. So now we're going to go into the sections model. And within the sections framework, the sections model is really an applicable framework that educators can use to evaluate the effectiveness of applying a certain technology in their classroom. Sections really refers to 8 different areas, which is students, ease of use, cost, technology and media, interactivity, organizational issues, network, and security privacies. So the reason we really use section models by Bates and Pooley is it can help guide the instructor, since it was designed to facilitate decisions with regard of choice of technology at both a strategic and tactical level. And it also is to help decide within a particular technology the most appropriate balance between different media. So really, this makes sections a great tool to use to support decision making on technologies in the classroom. So within using the sections model, and using that process, it kind of goes into 4 sections. So that would be design, assess, implement, and refine. So within define, really in this step, instructors should think about what they want their students to learn, what kind of activities they wish to use, and what technology can they integrate into their approach. Within assess, instructors can use their sections model as a checklist to assess the technology that they're thinking of using and former steps to see if it aligns with their goals. Within implementation, after assessing the technology, it is time for the instructor to implement it into their classroom, allowing students to engage with technology and let them help the evaluation process. And last but not least, refine. It's really to refine your approach based on reflections you obtain from your students and your own self reflection of the implementation process. So now we're going to be talking about applying sections to something I really use almost every day, just like Twitter. And we are going to talk about Canva. So within Canva, Canva is really to create and personalize your own designs from scratch. And you can also choose from thousands of different high quality educational templates, from presentations, posters, infographics to worksheet, project based learning, lessons, and really the possibilities are endless. Um, so, really, to touch on the pathology of Canva, students really won't learn much about graphic design principles, but the intuitive features empower them to focus on organizing and presenting information really effectively. And so, the pros of Canva are there's tons of free templates plus guidance, like great guidance that can help anyone design beautiful images and infographics. But the cons are really the more skilled designers may feel limited by the approach of Canva as a whole. And the templates are limited without the premium quality. And so we'll get into that when we break down into sections model, with that. And so, really, overall, the bottom line is that with stable internet access and especially with free teacher access to the premium features, this app is powerful and is an accessible way to create beautiful designs. So, breaking it down into the sections framework, starting with the S, which is students. Um, in the digital age, this is really it's hitting my student demographic of if I'm K through 12, people know Canva right now. So it's really going to hone and hit on that demographic of how to use and easy to use because you can use it as an app on your phone. For E, that kind of still goes with E for ease of use. Within the ease of use, you can use it on your cell phone, you can use it on your computer. It is an app, it can go on your iPad, you can download it straight from there. You can download it to a PDF, a JPEG, a PNG, you can do a transparent back. So it's really just easy to use for all. Um, and that's kind of, I use it on my phone, I use it on my laptop, I use it on my big MacBook at work. I use it all the time. I'm using it right now to make this presentation, so it is really easy to use. For the cost, so initially Canva is free, and for educators you can actually get free Canva, like free premium Canva, but for premium it's only $12.99 a month. And for what you get to have, you get free videos, you get free images, you get free different kind of elements and presentations and different templates. It actually is really worth it, in a general sense. So now we're going to touch into T. T is for teaching functions. So within this, teachers can really make a shareable template where students can do an end of the year project. They can do a beginning of the year project. They are able to use this as an example, that can be used in different, and it's shareable. So teachers can make one template and share it out to 25, 35 students, and they can all have their own design and kind of use that. And that's kind of how I do it. If I make something that needs to be edited by someone else, I can just add them to my account, or I can just send them the link, and they're easy to use and make changes. So it's really collaborative, and that kind of goes within the I and interactions. It's shareable and collaborative. Everybody can use it. Within the O of organizational issues, it is supportive to the classroom, but it also can hinder classroom use because you can get distracted by so many templates. I know me, for myself, as I'm working, when I want to choose a new template, it does take forever because there's just so many to choose from. So I may start on one and then get sidetracked and then have to do it all over again because there's just so many things to choose from. For and with networking, it's easy to use with your peers. You can network with your peers through Canva and kind of sharing it through there, and it can be used on social sites. So you can take your images or your templates from Canva and completely upload it from Canva. You don't even have to go anywhere. So if I want to make a flyer and hit share to Facebook, I can do it within the Canva application. And S is for security and privacy. It does have some privacy issue and concerns because, for really children's use under the age of 18, it does not really have a lot of privacy laws, and it doesn't really protect your information. And I know it's getting a little bit better, but overall, in the grand scheme of things, it does have privacy issues. So now going into the key takeaways overall, it is very imperative to choose the right digital tools. Don't just choose something because you like it. Really think about always having a reason to use that tool in the classroom and kind of basing your instruction upon it or basing your work timeline around it. And always plan ahead. Don't just think tomorrow I'm just going to introduce a new technology. Really plan out how you're going to implement a new technology into the classroom. So here are my references. And thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to hearing your questions and comments in the box below, because this week was a little bit harder for me because I maybe thought I understood, and I may have taken this presentation in a completely different direction than what it was meant to be. So I'd love to hear your comments, questions, and concerns below. Thank you so much.